You, you didn't write down Mendy James's.
All dressed up and waiting for the party, keeping myself busy, play a little game, write myself a riddle, or play the piano, singing lots of nonsense, but saying just the same. Singing, singing just the same. Singing, singing, singing just the same.
All right, guys. Hello, hello. Welcome. Make sure to say hello. Let me know you're watching today. I'm Heather Powers from Humble Beads, and I'm a bead maker, jewelry designer, author, illustrator, and your all-around creative muse. It's my job to get those beads off your bead table and into some jewelry, and that is what we're doing today. I have, hi guys, it's nice to see you here. Hi Wendy and Debbie and Chris and Alicia, Lorraine, Julie. Hi Darlene. Hi guys. So I have some people coming up as Facebook users, so I think if you're watching from my Humble Beads group, it may not be showing your name for some reason. I don't know. Hi Cassandra from Beads to Live By. Glad to have you here. Sneaking in some videos while you're minding the store, I'm sure. Hi Norma and Helene. Hey guys. Okay, so I have a really simple project for you guys that we're going to be using some of the beads that are class samples from my upcoming class, which is Matisse's Musings. And I'm just gonna play a little video while we watch this. While I talk about this. So this is going to be my class that's coming up in March 15th, 16th, and 17th, and it's 3 days of bead making and jewelry design inspired by Matisse's paintings. We're going to be focused on learning all about color and using his elements for jewelry design. So I'm pretty excited about this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's an online class. You guys can sign up and you can take the live class or you can follow along. Afterwards, you'll have access to the class materials for lifetime access, so you can come back and watch the videos anytime you want, or if you have something scheduled that day and you want to join in later, you can do that too. So here's some of the beads that I've made that are part of the class, and you can see we have Matisse's famous little leaf cutout that he did, and then I've taken 2 of his paintings and broken them down and made the color palettes and designs from the 2 of his paintings, and that's what we're going to be focused on. I know everyone is super excited about this bead shape, and I will have these later on the website for sale too. But today and tomorrow, if you sign up, you'll get a free set of Humble Beads disc beads in a new Matisse design. So that's my little early bird special for you guys. And there's a kit that comes with it so that you can make the jewelry for the projects, and then you'll just have to gather your polymer clay and your tools. All right, so that's that goodies. Now let's get to this fun little chandelier earring. They are super simple. They're not going to take us much time to create. What you are going to need is 24 gauge wire and 20 gauge wire. So the pair of wire in brass, you're going to need 20 and 24. Okay. And then I have 3 disc beads, or these little, I don't know what we're going to call them. They're disc saucer beads. There we go, saucers. So I have 2 little 9mm flowers, and that's what we're going to start with. We're going to put the flower in the center of our little teardrop. Uh-oh. I lost my camera for some reason, guys. Let me get back here. Nope, of course. This is the way it always goes, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Oh, goodness. All right, no more playing around. It's always something with technology, isn't it? All right, so these vintage pieces that are on Humble Bead's website, they're really cool floral design, and that's what we're going to use. They have 3 holes on the bottom and 1 hole on the top. So we're going to put our 9mm hibiscus bead on the bottom, and I'm just going to use my handy dandy one-step looper here. And you just squeeze it and it makes a perfect little loop. I'm going to close that just a tiny bit. Alright, now I'm going to open this loop up and slip it onto my charm. Hey Aaron! Yay! Right, I do that too. I like to listen to my fellow bead and jewelry people on their live videos when I'm working. Definitely makes it not feel so lonely when you're stuck in the studio. Okay, so we got our little flower there, and now I'm going to grab about 6 inches. Oh, this is craft wire from Soft Flex. You can use craft wire or Parawire, since we're just using a little bit of this smaller one. And I'm gonna slide it through the hole on the side. And I'm gonna do just a simple little wrapped loop here, going around 2 times. Just grab your pliers and get in there. Push that up so it's nice and tight. And I'm going to trim it in the back. And of course make sure my little wire isn't going to poke anyone, because that would be tragical, as Anne would say. Okay. Now I have some size 11 seed beads in a bronze color that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to take 3 of those little seed beads and string them onto my wire. And of course it's going to be a fight. If I had a bead board, they would just pop right on. But I don't know where my little bead board is. It's wandered off. That's the danger of having someone clean your studio. You might not know where everything is by the time it's all done. So I'm putting 3 of the little seed beads on here. And now I'm going to... oh no! Huh, I don't know why it keeps doing that, guys. Hopefully it won't do that again. Now I know what to do though if it does. Okay, now I have a little mix of Superduos, and I'm going to string on a Superduo and then a seed bead and try to do this quickly. And this is a mix that I've done of pinks and greens and yellow. Very springy. Oh, helps if I show you what I'm doing. And I'm going to do enough to go around the flower and to the other side of the I'm going to grab some seed beads instead of digging with the ones that are falling off to the side there. Okay. So I'm doing a seed bead in between each one, and that will help the little Superduos lay better around the teardrop shape. And that's also why I put the 3 little seed beads at the top, because if I didn't, or if you didn't, they would the first little Superduos would turn in on itself, and so that's why we have the little, and then they would be facing the wrong way. So that's why I put the little 3 seed beads on the top, so that we wouldn't be fighting with gravity. You'll never win in any aspect of your life, fighting with gravity. It doesn't take long once you get a rhythm going. Let's see how many. I might have put too many on already. Oop, yep, way too many. And yeah. I don't like the look of that with the too many seed beads at the top, so excuse me while I pull apart everything just to have one less seed bead on there. Okay, I'll try to do that quicker. Hi Colleen, nice to have you here. So guys, yesterday, I don't know how I feel about this. Yesterday I heard birds singing, which means it's like springtime. And I will be happy when spring is here, but I'm not quite ready for it yet. I didn't get any winter. We had like 3 weeks of winter and that was it. And I'm just not quite ready to move along yet. I needed time to rest and catch up and still sit around under blankets and all the good cozy stuff. Ooh, you've been in the path of migrating birds, Dina. That's really cool. Yeah, but I'm just not. I'm not ready. I just wanted a little bit more spring. I mean, not spring, winter. I didn't get my fill. Okay, let's see where we're at here now. Winter's coming back to Michigan this week, Susan. I hope so. Someone said they raked 4 piles of leaves today and read in preparation for spring. I suppose you're getting ready to garden. And in Michigan, we don't. Well, I don't rake the leaves or move anything in my garden until it's time to plant in May, so that those pollinators have a chance to come out of hibernating. And also, it's just never quite ready to start the gardening cleanup. Glad I have a person here that helps. Okay, just trying to see how how many more I want to do. Or if I even like that. I did a little sample earlier and I liked it, but it didn't have that. Okay, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna see. Let's see. I know you guys just get to look at me look at this piece. Maybe I like it without the seed beads in the middle. Maybe that's the problem. Let me try this again. Because the little sample that I did, it just does not have the same flair. And the only thing was different is that I didn't want to have those beads facing inward, so I thought I'd be clever and change up what I was doing. But of course that didn't work out, and I thought this was going to be a quick little video and then I'd be done within minutes, but you liked it, Cassandra, after I tore it apart. But see, I kind of like this lushness of it, right? Where it's a little fuller. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with it. I can always do another one later if I wanted to, right? Of course, Cassandra, anytime you can add a seed bead to something, I'm sure you're super excited. Add the seed beads! All the seed beads! Cassandra does a really awesome seed bead subscription that she puts together every month, you guys, and if you haven't checked that out lately, I highly recommend it. That wasn't your evil intentions. Sure, bead pusher. I understand. No, seed beads are kind of magical, aren't they? They're so much fun to add. Cassandra does a lot of bead work with them, but I like to string with my seed beads. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It looks more fuller, more petals. So I'm gonna keep it that way. Thanks for hanging out with me while I thought through. Oh, your bulbs are all up. Wow. I was thinking, I can't remember the last time I walked outside. I need to get out. Okay, I'm gonna cut off so I have just like an inch or so on this side. I'm gonna stick it through the hole. Make sure all my little Superduos are nested nicely down so that we don't have any kind of little gaps. Make sure I have enough room to do 2 wraps. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just grab my pliers and pull the wire through. And again, you'll have to excuse me. This is like so far away from my face and how I would regularly do it. Which would be right under my nose. Hashtag bifocals. Okay. I'm going to tuck in the end of that little thing and oh yeah. I like the fuller better. It's so cute. So there's the little flower petal wreath underneath our little floral bead under the drop. And I'm going to do the top part, and I'm going to use 20 gauge wire for the top. I'm going to cut about 6 inches, 5 or 6 inches. And I'm going to do a simple wrapped loop, but before I do the wrapping, I'm going to slide it onto the charm. So I have my little loop here started, I'm going to open that up and slide on the charm. Wrap this around. And I'm going to wrap around one more time. Trimming off the end, tucking in the tail, and then we are going to pile up our little disc beads. Well, that wrap is sus, as the kids would say. Oh no, Susan, or Stacy, your frogs are confused and already coming out of hiding where you're living because it's too warm, right? I know. And I always worry about things blooming too early and like having our fruit crops affected if we have a late freeze. Okay, there, that's fixed up a little bit more. Okay, sliding on one bead, and then I'm going to do an O bead. If you don't have a little stash of these glass O beads, Beads to Live By is the place to go. So guys, these little saucer beads, that's what we're going to be making in the class. And you will be able to make these by the end of the weekend. I think that'll be super fun and exciting. Okay, I'm going to do a little bead cap upside down and a little tiny flower is how I'm going to end this. Maybe. Do I like that? I think it's one too many. I need a little tiny smaller bead. So let me pull up my chair, dig into my stash. This is how I keep my little bits of bead soup here. Seeing what I want to do. I want something like a rondelle or maybe a little forget-me-not spacer on the top. I'll just pull out a few options and see which one works the best. So do you guys all have a little stash of Superduos, and now you're gonna start wrapping them on things around little charms, underneath charms. You could also, if you have a charm that doesn't have holes at the bottom, like a larger size charm, you can poke holes in those charms. Yeah, Aaron, our robins are here early too. Like, guys, go back to bed. It's too soon. Although I think robins in Michigan stay all year round, don't they? I'm pretty sure that's the case. They just... Maybe I'm totally wrong. I don't know. Pulling out some options here. I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go in. I love the sound of digging through the beads, guys. So reminds me of playing with Legos when I was a little kid. And that's all you would hear from ours. Just us digging through the beads. Through the Legos, making our creations. Still have that sense of play. Bonnie, you'll just buy my beads. Okay. Though I'd be happy to teach you how to do them. Let me do that. Okay, there's some options. Alright. Might just do this little darker bead on the top. We have so much color going on. Just wanted something to kind of end that little guy. And I'm digging that. I'm gonna go with that, with this little earthy one. The last one that I found, of course. It's the way it always goes. I know I had about 20 people sign up for the class yesterday. And so as you guys are thinking about doing it, just know that there's only 50 spots in the class. So spaces, even though it's an online class, I like to keep the classes in a smaller size because it is a Zoom class and we do meet each other. And so I like to have it on the smaller end. And also, since we do kits, I'm like, I can do 50 kits. And that's it. Okay, your wire. And then I will whip up the other one really quick since I've only been on the video for 25 minutes. What? It's been 25 minutes already. Okay, here's our beauty. It's about probably 3.5 inches long, 3 inches long. So not terribly long, but it's got some presence and it's still super lightweight. Aw, hi Chris and Chris's mom. I'm glad you guys are able to catch the video live. Chris, what's your mom's name? And I'll say hello. Alright, so let's start this over. Do this much quicker now that we're not doing the actual designing process, which that's what always takes the longest when making jewelry, is figuring out what the heck am I gonna do. Oops. Hi Betty, I'm so glad you're watching with us. I love Chris to pieces and always glad to hear from her. She's been super fun in classes that we've had, or little Zoom beading sessions. Now I'm not sure if you've taken a class, Chris. I'm totally blanking, but I know for sure we've beaded together on Zoom. Alright, slipping the gotta open that a little bit more. So I have my flower on a ball head pin, and this is the 9mm flower, the smaller ones. And we have these in all different great colors on the website. And then I think this is called Menagerie, is the name of this little drop. And we do have quite a little pile of them in stock here. Okay, I'm going to take about 5 inches or so of my 24 gauge wire. And I'm going to slip that through. And just get it started wrapping around 2 times. Since I have some room here, I can just do it with my finger, closing that up. Pinch this wire down so it's a nice tight little wrap. And then of course pinching the tail off in the back so that you're not catching on to anything. When I was a beginning jewelry maker, I just taught myself everything from magazines, and not even videos yet. There wasn't there was hardly the internet when I started making jewelry, and I didn't know about making sure that little wire was pinched in, and I had a pendant and I was wearing it with a really pretty shirt, and it had been snagging all day long and made my front of my cute little shirt all pilly. from being snagged all day. I was quite sad and had learned my lesson, which is why I repeat it like 500 times on every video. I just don't want the newbies to ruin their clothes. All right, Chris, we have Zoom together. Okay. Yeah, this is going much quicker now that... Oh, I forgot to add on. I do want to add the 1 seed bead. And all that progress I made just flipped off in a second. And the Superduos, they have 2 holes on them, you guys. I'm just ignoring the 1 hole and only using one side of the Superduo. You can do that. You can just ignore the hole. You can break the rules. It's your party. Do what you want. You don't notice the hole on the jewelry design. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I did 15. So 4 more to go. Oh, and I'm not complaining about the spring weather either, just so that we're clear on that. I just wasn't mentally prepared for birds to be singing yesterday. Okay, I'm going to grab my 1 little size 11 seed bead. So these are the small ones. If you also had like a small little 2mm spacer bead, that would work too. Just to add a little bit of, or you could do more wire wrapping down further. That's another option, I suppose. Okay, I'm going to cut off and leave just about 1 inch here. Pull that through. Make sure those beads have nestled down. See, that left quite a bit of room there. So I want to make sure those beads are all the way down. Okay. And this side I am going to grab my pliers and pull it through. Just a little bit easier. Alright guys, if you've liked this video, if you think it's a fun, easy project, share it with your bead buddies. I would greatly appreciate that, or give it a thumbs up so that Facebook knows you want to see more of this kind of stuff. Ooh, I got that turned around a little. Sorry, I gotta get this closer to me. Okay. Had to be able to see it. Okay. So that's the little dangle on the bottom with the flower petals all around. And then we're grabbing the 20 gauge wire. Oh, well, I'm glad I could make the laundry a little bit easier for you guys. That is one of the bonuses of having boomerang kids living at home, is that their job is the laundry. So I don't have to worry about that ever. And boomerang kids, if you guys haven't heard that term, that's kids after college coming back home. Which happens a lot. Especially with housing costs like they are. It's just harder for young people to get out and be on their own. So I probably have a few more months with them before they're ready to fly off and leave the nest here again. And then it will be Jesse's job to do the laundry. No, just kidding. It's much easier to do laundry for 2 people than 4 people, though. I remember when my kids were little and they would go through 3 or 4 outfits in a day. I'm like, guys, you're killing me. I still have nightmares about doing laundry. Okay, so I just did a simple loop at the bottom of that. I probably was off camera while I did it. And I'm slipping on these saucer beads with a little O bead in between each one. And then a flower bead cap put upside down. And then a little 5x3 millimeter rondelle at the top. And I'm going to do a simple, well, not a simple, but a wrapped loop on the top here. A little messy of a wrapped loop. And then we'll be done with this project. And I have a pretty pair of earrings to wear. Although they don't quite match. Today I'm wearing a little Valentine's-y burgundy sweater. Because, you know, I am excited about Valentine's Day. Not so much for the romantic part, which I love Jess, but we're not oozing with romantic vibes over here when we're a fun-loving, goofy, but I do love Valentine crafts and creating, and of course chocolate and hearts and all of that stuff. My very first craft book as a kid, guys, was a Valentine craft and party book from Tommy DePaula, who I got to meet as an illustrator many years ago now. And I actually won a Tommy DePaula portfolio contest. But that craft book just stuck with me like glue. Oh, Chris, that's a good idea. Chris said she is going to maybe paint her little menagerie drops. That would be fun to do that with a little vintage colorful soul paint. Oh my gosh, guys, these are so cute. I love them. So there we go. Elizabeth, I am so excited that you have signed up for the polymer clay workshop. Your question is, do I have a pasta machine? Well, if you're just starting out and you're not sure, you have some time, hop around to any Goodwill thrift kind of shops and see if you can find a pasta machine there, or look on Marketplace. Like, you can get a used pasta machine for pretty cheap. You could also look at Bed Bath & Beyond. Do they have that anymore? That used to have pasta machines. And you can get any brand that you want. They're going to last a long time. Like the cream of the crop pasta machine that like the pros use is called an Atlas pasta machine, but you don't have to invest in that right now. If you fall in love with making beads and later on you want to upgrade to the Atlas, you can. But any pasta machine that you can get for, $30-40, look for one in that price range. It's been a long time since I bought a pasta machine, so maybe that's not even possible. The craft stores used to have pasta machines too, and you could use your 40% coupon with it, so you might want to check out Joann's or Michael's to start there too. But yeah, you don't have to worry about anything fancy. Yep, just one of those metal ones. You just want it to say pasta machine. You don't need any special blades or cutters or anything on it. Just regular old pasta machine. Okay, guys. This turned out really cute. I really love these. I see I'm going to have to do them in some different colors. I'm going to have to make some beads that match my sweater. This nice burgundy color. Because now I want to wear a pair of these earrings. All right. That's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, sticking with me. I really appreciate you. On Friday, I'm going to have a short little Bead Table Friday video, and we'll do something fun using color on Friday. Maybe I'll pull out some spring palettes, since it's coming whether we want it to or not, right? Curtis, this would make a good kit. I'll keep that in mind. I gotta get caught up on so many things, though. But yeah, super cute, isn't it? Oh my gosh, I love it when something turns out. Yay! Alright, guys. Take care today. Have fun playing with your beads. And we will see you on Friday at 3 p.m. for a little coffee break. Alright, take care, guys. Bye.